It's your boy. It's your boys.
We here.
We here.
Live.
And we know what we're talking about.
We know what we're talking about.
I mean, I know what I'm talking about.
I think he knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's talking about.
Because we know what we're talking about.
Welcome back to I Know What I'm Talking About. This is another episode here. It's pretty exciting. We made it further than most podcasts do, I think, if that's the case.
I mean, yeah, I guess we can break that rule, yeah, or make that note.
Yeah, absolutely. This is officially 2 episodes.
Pay no attention to the exact same outfit I have on right now.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with Sam, but, you know, I showered, I cleaned up, it's been days, and look at this man.
Sometimes I think that it's a good idea to just simplify things in your life. And I just have one set of clothes and I just wash them over and over again. And once they get a hole in them, I throw it away. Then I have a new pair of pants that I wear daily.
Dude, it's so funny because honestly, this shirt that I just ran over there and put on, I have like 15 of them, and I am not exaggerating. This is just a gray, like mineral wash or like a oil wash or something.
Where do you
pocket
order?
tee? Target.
Target? Okay.
Literally, every time I go to Target, I just buy another one.
That's not a bad idea.
And they've even changed the shirt since I started buying them. And like, so some of them, the older ones, they're not made as well.
Yeah.
Like like the corners of the pockets have like holes in some of my older ones. The material's a lot thinner. Mm-hmm. But I mostly have the good one now. But I literally have 15 of them.
I mean, I laugh, but I do the same thing. If I find a nice pair of pants, I'll get another pair of them.
Right.
I have 2 pair of black Levi's that are the exact same, but I was like, these are too good for me not to have another pair.
Dude, I feel that 1,000% because it's like, if I find something I love the fit of or whatever, I'm like, do they have more colors? Do they do, whatever?
Yes.
Like I have these shorts in black as well. Like literally almost everything that I have multiples of it in some capacity.
Legit, man. Because, I mean, I asked you, where'd you order it from, thinking like you did what I do. Because, like I said, I got the pants. I also have a 5-pack of shirts from our Kirkland t-shirts.
Oh, hell yeah.
The best t-shirts for me. I like them a little thick.
No, dude, I do too. These true. No, this is like a good weight. Like I think it's like a pretty good like for being a cheap shirt from Target. I mean, I honestly can't remember how much they are anymore. I just grab them and throw them in. Like literally, I'll just go straight to that section. And I've also bought other colors of it. They have it in like navy and yellow and green. And I've bought several other ones. I don't fucking wear them. I just wear this gray one all the time, and it looks like I'm wearing the same shirt over and over and over, but I literally have 15.
Welcome to The Simpsons. Simplify your life, guys. Get rid of all those options. You only need one.
Absolutely. That's why Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day. He said it took away one more choice he had to make during the day, saving time.
Right? God.
So yeah, I'm basically the same as Steve Jobs is what I'm saying.
I'll agree.
And I just I changed things up by switching out my hat, you know. That's my move. Yeah.
Is that one of yours?
No, I bought this one. Actually, full circle. I bought a hat like this. Same thing, green, Texas, everything. And I wore the shit out of it. And I did yard work in it and everything. And I sweat through it. And it's all like sun bleached and fucked up. So I bought another one. So I have 2 of these. And I was like, I love this hat so much. I found the brand because I bought this at like a random store.
Oh, okay.
And I found the brand of hat and went and bought a bunch of blanks. So I have a black one. Actually, matter of fact, I was just wearing the black version of this. I have like, I just do that. I don't know. What's wrong with me?
That is legit, like, so niche for our work that you went out of your way to find a manufacturer and be like, let me get one of your blanks. Let me see what your blanks look like.
Oh, my God.
I don't think anybody would even know where to start to do something like that if they weren't in this world.
Right, exactly. And I'm just like, no, I'm going to look up RN numbers and shit. Yeah, no, I That's got to be it's got to be another like trauma response, right? Like there's probably like something that fucked me up as a kid that makes me this way now as an adult. I'll put this on TikTok and then somebody will let me know for sure.
I do the same thing.
Yes. They're going to be like, yes, or you have autism and ADHD. That's what that means.
You got some of them tisms.
A little touch of the tism. Man.
I mean, if you don't, what's the fun in life?
I agree.
You're messing up. You suck at something if you don't have any tism in you.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Your life is boring. Like, what the fuck? Like,
wake up, go to work, and come home and function like a normal adult.
No, thank you.
That?
No. I need some drama. I need some things to happen.
If I don't get it, I'm gonna create it.
Look, man, I'm a storyteller. I like telling stories. I need to have stuff to tell stories about.
And luckily, we have this podcast.
Yes,
where you guys get to listen to us ramble and talk about all the random shit.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one thing that I wanted to talk about is something that has been like it's just been at the front of my brain recently, because when I was really, really sick and wasn't going into the office at all, I started a MCU rewatch.
MCU.
Marvel.
Oh.
And so I decided to just like, because I'll just be like, I'll put movies on and stuff while I'm working. And it's best when it's like movies I've seen 1,000 times because they're not as distracting or whatever.
Don't get sucked in.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. And yeah, if I put on something for the first time or whatever, you just start drifting and then it's like,
yeah.
Oh shit, But no, I put on some Marvel movies. I decided to do them in order that they were released.
Okay.
So I started with Iron Man.
Where are we at?
I am at the Eternals.
Oh, okay.
So I've got quite a ways through the whole thing.
For sure. You're almost at the end.
Almost. And it feels like the end. The Eternals is fucking rough. I've put that movie on 3 times and cannot get through it again.
We had so much stuff that was introduced in that movie, and they just like, we don't wash our hands of that shit.
Dude, I know. It is rough. That one is rough. And I'm like a defender of Marvel movies, and I like some Marvel stuff that a lot of people agree they don't. And I even like the ones that women are in, as opposed to other people on the internet.
Yeah,
just fucking idiots. They hate women. I don't understand.
Dude, are you talking about the Marvels?
Yes, the Marvels is awesome.
I enjoyed that one and I had fun with it. I can see why someone would want to hate on it, but in general, that storyline, it wasn't for you. If you hate it, you clearly want the audience. And like, as unfortunate as it is, like being a nerd, some of those mid nerds suck,
dude. Big time. And it's like the shit that they say. It's like the writing is on the wall. Like they're just like I saw somebody like ranking their favorite, phase whatever things whatever, or like favorite Marvel TV shows or whatever. And every single one with a woman main character was at the bottom, including WandaVision.
Yeah, I like WandaVision.
WandaVision is dope.
I like that one a lot.
And I was like, you just hate women. Yeah. Like, it's so clear.
I started watching it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get it. And then, like, I gave it a true shot because it was black and white. And I was like, what the fuck is this? It's weird, like, the hijinks and, like, the jokes in it. And then I'm like, oh. And a lot of times I have to watch YouTube shit and, like, find the deeper meaning.
Yeah, so for sure.
I did it for that, and that gave me the bigger appreciation of it because she's going through, like, some heavy shit. She had to kill her loved one.
Right,
like, pulled the Mind Stone out of Vision.
Blew that shit up.
Yeah.
For nothing. Also.
Yeah.
Immediately had to watch him come back to life and die again.
Yeah.
Insane.
Extremely unfortunate, but yeah, I see that shit and I hate it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. That was one that me and the missus watched together, and like if I can get her to watch anything, I'm like,
right. 100%.
Fuck.
So I'm currently watching Agatha All Along. Have you started it?
Yes, I've started. I think I'm current.
Yeah, me too.
I think I saw there's only 3 episodes.
There's only 3, yeah.
Yes, I'm current.
Yeah.
I did the first 2 day of.
Yes. So there's 3.
And the last one was they're on the road.
Yes.
To get to the house.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm current.
Yeah, for sure. And I saw a lot of people hating on it on the internet, and they were saying same shit that they say about anything else with the woman in it, which is insane. And they're talking about how like it's gonna flop and it's gonna be the worst show and blah 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 whatever. It's fucking good, man.
Yeah. It's gonna flop if you want it to flop, and like
Yeah, but it's not flopping because 9 million people watched the first episode.
yeah,
idiots on the internet.
yeah. And everybody feels like they have their opinion, but unfortunately for them, we know what we're talking about. So.
Right. We know what we're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Agatha's a good show. WandaVision's a good show. The Marvels is a good movie. Mm-hmm. And, I'm not saying The Marvels is the best MCU movie or anything like that. And, I have no delusions about, bad things being good. And I'm not blindly defending shit. But, like, it's movies with cartoon characters, basically. And like
it's pretend.
Yeah, like
relax.
They're fucking flying around in space and shit. And like what do you want? Like I just want to turn my brain off and be entertained and watch cool people fight weird things, dressed cool, and see some like shit explode. Like what more can you ask for?
Yes, indeed. And I mean, it doesn't hurt that they got some attractive people playing these
That
roles.
Doesn't hurt at all.
The plot.
Not at all. Not at all.
What's her name? Rambeau from the WandaVision.
Yeah, I don't know the actress's name. I'm usually pretty good with names.
Beautiful, whatever it is.
For sure.
Her plot for that show had me thickened a little bit.
Oh my God. You heard it here first. He knows what he's talking about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
So amidst my Marvel rewatch, speaking of attractive people, I started to notice there's a shit ton of actors and actresses in those earlier movies that I never really put together or I forgot about, right?
Oh, for sure.
And one of them in what was it, in Iron Man 2, I forgot Olivia Munn was in that movie. Or it was Iron Man 2. Yeah. There's like a blink and you miss it cameo, like when he's doing the Stark Expo, she's like a news reporter.
Gotcha.
And she's like fully on camera, like I'm here at the Stark Expo, blah blah. And I was just like, fucking Olivia Munn. And I'm surprised that I forgot that because I was like obsessed with her back then when that shit came out.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and so I was just like, holy shit, I forgot Olivia Munn was in this. And then so in Iron Man 2, there's that cameo. In the Hulk, like the one with the what's his name? No. Before they switched to him, Edward Norton. Yeah. I forgot that the actor from Modern Family, the dad, his name is Ty something.
Yes,
he's in that movie. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then there's in Ant-Man at the very beginning when he's Baskin Robbins, when he's working at Baskin Robbins. Yeah. There's like a stupid customer like trying to order like hot food. Mm-hmm. It's the kid from Superstore.
Yeah, the high pitched voice.
Yes, yeah, and he's in Fallout now and all that. So yeah, he was that guy, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "I'll just take a hot pretzel or something." He's like, "Are you stupid?"
That guy's been in a bunch of random stuff,
dude. He's so funny.
God, wasn't he in like Spider-Man 1 too? Or am I tripping?
You are not the first person to say that to me, but I don't remember.
Do the flip.
No, that's not him. That's not him. That's a different guy. That's a different guy.
I might be tripping.
But that guy is in 2 Marvel movies because he's in Shang-Chi on the bus, and he's the guy that's like, all right, guys, I'm going to rate this fight, and he pulls his phone out. That's the same guy, yeah. So I don't know if he's the same character, but he's definitely the same actor in both of those. Funny. And then let's see what else. There was like, I kept seeing like random people, but the one that tripped me out the most is in Iron Man 3. There's another blink and you miss it scene, non-speaking role, Jenna Ortega as a little kid.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just like, what the fuck? That's Jenna Ortega. Like
Jenny Ortega?
Jenna Ortega.
Is
like Wednesday
Jenna?
Addams? Yeah.
I thought it was Jenny.
No, Jenna.
Okay, never mind.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. It's like because Iron Man 3 has the whole extremist plot.
Yes.
And so
I love that story from the comic books. The comic books made that one dope. I watched a whole bunch of random redos of it too.
Yeah.
I had that comic for the storyline.
No, that one's super good. Yeah, no, for sure. And I like that they adapted it in that one. And Iron Man 3 is really good. And there's like this whole part where they kidnap the vice president or no, they kidnap the president and then they're trying to call the vice president for help or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, they show that he's been flipped and he's bad because his daughter is missing a limb. So he's like doing whatever he's doing in exchange for the extremist thing or whatever. And, it's all very understated or whatever. And they just, have him saying like, I'll get right on it or whatever. And then they pan over and show it ain't going to happen because little baby Jenna Ortega is sitting there in a wheelchair with no leg. And I was like, what the fuck? This is Jenna Ortega. I was fucking flipping out.
I got to go back and rewatch it.
Dude, it's crazy. There's so many like cameos that I absolutely didn't remember.
So you started this off, and I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure, I know what you're talking about." Because you were like, you said Iron Man, and like when you said Iron Man, in my head, I was like, "Is he going to talk about Jeff Bridges in that random ass role?" I was like, "Cause that's a dope role that he played.
Super good.
Not the dude at all.
Nope. And then they do a lot of stuff where they tie back random characters and actors into different roles, like that guy. I keep saying kid. Even a guy from Superstore that I was talking about. He's like 40 something. And I was like, that kid from Superstore, he's older than me. No, there's like the guy who gets yelled at, like a box of scraps in a cave, like Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps. That guy, that scientist comes back in Spider-Man.
Really?
The one with Jake Gyllenhaal.
And Mysterio.
Yeah. And so like his whole plot is that he like has all these people who were wronged by Tony Stark, and that guy is one of them, and he's like there again. It's wild, like all the connections.
Funny. Why would they put him back in that shit?
So
I
random.
gotta rewatch it because I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
dude.
can't talk about it right now because I don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I barely know what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm talking about because I watched them recently. But yeah, there's like, and then there's all the cameos from actors from Community, the TV show.
Yeah.
One of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Oh, like on the TV show Community?
Yeah.
Or like, okay.
Yeah, because Dan Harmon and the Russo brothers were a part of that. I think they were executive producers.
You're right.
And so like a bunch of actors from Community have appeared in MCU movies. Like Ken Jeong, he played Chang in Community, and Yvette Brown and Danny Pudi and fucking Childish Gambino.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
That one was a cool one. Because he get the cool, like, he plays Prowler, but like not Prowler.
Not really though, right? Yeah.
But Prowler.
He even says like, "Oh, I got a nephew that lives here in this neighborhood." But then he shows back up as Prowler in Spider-Verse.
Yes, that was a cool one because it was all CGI except for him.
He's
like
just
the
sitting
only
there,
one like
crisscross applesauce like a motherfucker.
And a dope ass outfit,
dude, sick.
The cool one.
Yeah,
I love the original Prowler. I'm not the biggest fan of what they made Miles look like in the alternate universe. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it.
For sure.
I can't wait for that movie to come out. But I'm like, I like the other one better.
I mean, I wasn't as familiar with that, so I didn't have that reaction. But now I'm gonna go into it salty. Like Sam don't like this shit. I ain't gonna like this shit.
Another one. Our introduction of Black Panther. I love that costume. The very first one,
dude, so good.
Second one, they kind of gave him like the kiddie version of the face. I'm like, he's not as hard. And
I know. It's still dope.
His character like changed, and he's not as like militant and like out for revenge. But like, they can keep him with that dope costume look, right?
Right, exactly. I like having to put the helmet on. You know, like that was dope.
Yeah, it's easier, but it's not easy for a dude in post.
Right.
There, but
exactly. Yes. Yeah, dude. No, it's dude. Let me tell you something funny about the Spider-Verse. Which one was the one? The most recent one is Across. Into one's an Into, one was Across. I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
I think it's Across.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The CGI version though, right? Not the live action. With
the one with
Miles.
With Miles, like the one with the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there watching that whole movie. And we'll make this another. This is my diabetes section. This was before I was diagnosed with diabetes. I didn't know, and I was just peeing all the fucking time.
Yeah,
and I did not know that was a symptom.
Oh shit!
So I was going to the movies, and I was just peeing a lot.
Yeah.
And so, but I was so into this movie. I was like, I'm fucking holding this. I have like, there hasn't been a chance to go, you know. And finally, like, I was just like, all right, I can't hold this anymore. I gotta run and go pee. So I ran to the bathroom. because he had just been like basically he had like what had just happened. I was like, there's still so much more of this movie. Like, I got plenty of time. And I fucking ran to the bathroom and I came back and there was 1 minute left before it said to be continued. And I was like,
sure.
what? Like, I didn't know this was 2-part. I didn't know it was going to end on a cliffhanger.
Me either.
I thought I had plenty of time. I wasn't going to miss anything, whatever the fuck. And I just came back and it was 1 minute left.
See, that's funny that you realized it that way because I saw it at Alamo Draft House.
Yeah.
And they were coming by dropping off the checks. And I was like, I'm not paying
Like,
yet. I
yeah,
still want more
like-
things because we got so much to figure out right now. Move.
Yo, exactly, man.
I was very bummed. But like I say, we got another thing to look forward to for
Yes.
more Marvel movies.
Yes, for sure.
And like this whole thing started with like people like hating on like specific ones. I find it funny because in general, as of now, since there were so many Marvel movies, it feels like people are like, now the cool thing is to hate on them.
Right.
Sometimes like there's that group of haters as well too. And I'm still loving each one they put out. I'm bummed that Blade's taking this long to
I
come
know.
out too. I'm nervous. I'm like,
But you got a little bit of Blade this year.
Yeah,
You
a
got-
little bit, for sure.
that was
That was
sick.
very, very like surprised and was not. Out
Dude.
of all the characters to bring back, I was not expecting them to bring him in there
Not at all.
and reprise it. Funny note, I'm sure you noticed that he didn't have a sword with him.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
Just yesterday, I watched a thing on it, and in the background, his blade is on the wall. It is there. He just wasn't using it. They were saying that he wanted Ryan Reynolds' character to be the only one with a katana or something like that.
That makes
for the
sense.
scene.
Damn.
My nose is like all sorts of plugged up out of nowhere.
Dude, mine is too. There must be something going on in my house, and I apologize.
Trying to kill me, man.
I don't have any pets, so I don't know what the air came on.
Right.
Damn, I need to change my filter, bro.
My body got it. My boogers will filter it out.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Yeah, on that note, last night some fucking fights were on, and it was a rough fight from announcement. There's a character named Alex Pereira, Brazilian, like native Brazilian, like not even just like I am Brazilian or whatever. He is like his roots are there, like his family ancestor goes back there to the tribes of like native Brazilians.
Yeah.
And, it's so cool because he's into his thing and like he's also just like a big man.
yeah.
6'4", former kickboxing dude. He fought this guy named Khalil Roundtree, and this dude's fucking good. His story is really interesting too. From America, his father used to do bodyguard for Boyz II Men. Was actually killed in line of duty, I guess you say.
That's insane.
For Boyz II Men.
Who the fuck? Who's trying to shoot at Boyz II Men?
Someone whose girl left him for a concert.
Fair.
I saw you on stage.
Touche.
I saw you on stage.
That thought did not cross my mind, but the second
Yeah.
you said it, it
Yeah.
made perfect sense.
But the fight happened, and it was good. They're both stand-up fighters, and from jump, you knew that there was going to be no shooting. These guys are going to be standing, and like it's going to be hands and feet being
Oof.
thrown across. Went to the fourth round, only one more round left, but like near that end, Alex was piecing him up, busted his nose up, and as they're doing the end interviews in cage, they talk to the winner first. Sometimes they'll talk to the loser. It just depends the kind
Yeah.
of situation. And this time they were, and I was like, that's interesting. He was taking off his gloves, so I was kind of looking at that mostly. Whenever you fight, sometimes when you lose, in general, he's had a pretty long career and he's retired in the past. They take their gloves off as I'm leaving him in the cage. I'm retired.
Okay.
And I thought that's what it was, but it wasn't that. He was just talking, but as he's talking, kind of similar to how I sound, he was sounding like that, and just a booger, rocket, like snot, just came out and hung out around mid bottom lip level, and I'm just,
Oh,
I see it.
God.
Everyone at my place sees it, and Joe Rogan interviewing him is like, "You got a little, you got a little something."
Oh,
right
my
there."
God. But it's like blood booger.
Yeah, it was
like,
blood. It was no green, no whatever. It was pure blood, a
Ugh.
pure beating of a snot rocket that came out of his nose.
Insane. I've never seen anything like that before.
Y'all will see it here.
Yeah, right there in post,
Maybe.
possibly. Yeah, dude, that's disgusting.
Yeah. It was interesting. It was a good fight. In general, like it was one of those fights for me. Some fights I'm like, I really want this person to win. Their story sounds good. I really want to see them win and excel.
Right.
This is one of the fights where I like both of them equally. So it was a rough one because I knew Khalil was in trouble because Pereira is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
A tank. And like if he loses, like you better knock him out. And his cardio is crazy good.
I mean,
you can't even think, oh, he'll get tired in the later rounds and he'll take over. Nope. You got this big ass dude who's freakishly strong and gets better with the end of each round. Like he gets stronger and stronger. So it's
powering up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dude, yeah, no, that's wild, man.
Yeah,
I mean, his face was he got mollywopped.
Yeah, a few times. But what's nuts is he dropped the dude.
Yeah.
Round 3, I think he dropped him. Alex tried to throw a head kick. He ducked it. Got very close to landing. He got very lucky that it didn't land. But as Alex threw the head kick, he spun around and Khalil was able to land the hook. Just dropped him.
Damn.
He popped back up continued as if that didn't just happen.
God, that's insane.
So you want to be a fighter.
Dude, man, absolutely not. I would do everything in my power to avoid being in a fight as an adult.
Agreed.
But do not want that. And you have way less of a reason to want that than I do. Right. I will just fold in half.
The scary thing is you don't know what people know. And
you don't know how crazy people are.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. I think I'm more worried about the person who has a gun on them rather than the unassuming black belt.
For sure. I'm more worried about because I just know crazy people. And I just know that you can just trigger something and they can't turn it off.
Right.
Like they will just go too far.
Yeah.
And thanks.
I've fixed my road rage issue. I don't snap at people too much on the road. I did flip someone off the other day because they flipped me off first. But I was trying to get into the other lane and I was trying to see where an opening was going to come. So I wasn't driving as fast because we're coming up to a red light as well.
Yeah.
Car behind me wanted to go faster though. And I was like, dog, I'm almost over. And like I get over and like they honk and pass me and like their passenger has their middle finger out. And I'm like, your passenger's upset like this,
Come on.
So as they pass me, I finally get over so I can pass them and I honk at them. Once upon a time, I was a angrier man. I would have done more.
Yeah, I feel that. I had a little tiny bit of baby rage today.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. Nothing happened. I got honked at by someone at like the light turns green.
Yeah.
There was 2 cars in front of me and one started going. They started going and then I started going and they honked at me. I was like, what do you want me to do? Ram into the back of them?
Yeah. Hey, why aren't you willing to cause a wreck for my convenience?
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, dude, whatever. Like I had a baby reaction.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, this motherfucker, like whatever. But I did succumb to my anger at Target though.
Oh shit. What happened at Target?
It was the dumbest thing. Like Target was annoying today. Mm-hmm. Like I was pushing my little cart around and then there was just people just stopping and standing in the way. And then like my biggest pet peeve right now is like all the online orders. Mm-hmm. They have those giant carts that the employees wheel around and they don't know what they're looking for. So they just park them in the middle of nowhere and whatever. So I was getting super annoyed the whole time. Right. So then I come out of this one lane and, this lady is coming out of the next one over. So we're kind of, aiming at each other as we come out of our aisles. Mm-hmm. And she stops just in the middle. And I'm just like standing there like, okay, like, are you going to go anywhere? There's another person with a cart over here. So like none of us can really do anything. Mm-hmm. The move would have been for her to just shimmy out of the way, let that person go, and then let me go.
Yeah.
And then she could go where I was.
Yeah.
Because I'm technically in her way.
Right.
But I'm coming out of the aisle she's trying to go into. She just decides to just fucking go. And she just pushes her cart like right into where I am.
God bless.
And I just said out loud, I guess everything's about you, huh? And she didn't even hear me. She was so oblivious, just in her own world. And I was just like, probably for the best. Don't need this altercation right now. But I was just like, I waited till I got to the other aisle and I was just like, stupid motherfucker. Like under my breath, like, oh, so mad.
Yo, I mean, it's real. And I laugh because I do the same thing. Like, it's gotten better for my road rage, but when I'm on my bike, I sometimes I'm that cyclist.
Yeah.
At
least you're self-aware.
Yes, I am self-aware, and I try not to. I think my last recent one I had, I was on my bike on the street. So, like, when I'm on the street, I'm extra vigilant. I know people that have been hit, and it gets rough, man. But I was riding my bike. I'm near the fairgrounds. I'm on a road. There's cars parked to my right, and there's cars behind me, too. And there's a section where these people are cutting across the street wearing matching cowboy jerseys.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, ew. Already, like, no shit. Cowboys are my team. I always root for them. But, like, matching ones, like, man, I'm going to tease y'all.
Yeah.
But they cut across the street, and they're going fast. And I'm like, cool, no worries. But they slow down in front of me.
Of course.
I'm like, oh. And as I'm getting close, I'm trying to look behind me to see if there's a car coming so I can dodge them.
Right.
But I'm also worried about doors opening on me, too.
Yeah, for sure.
And in my head, I'm like, fucking. And then I say out loud, fucking dummy. Move. And I see them like, hey. But I'm like, it felt good.
Oh, my God.
You don't get to be mean to people out loud a lot.
Yeah.
But when I'm on my bike and I'm cruising past and I'm not worried about you or catching up to me, like.
Right. Exactly. That's so funny. I love that our rage is calling someone a dummy and saying, I guess it's all about you, isn't it? Big tough guys over here.
Yeah, not at all. Like you say, I don't want to fight.
No, not at all. That's the last thing I want.
Never been in a street fight, and if I can go to my grave that way, I'd fucking appreciate it a lot.
I will be very proud of you for sure. Well, let's put this episode in its grave.
We already hit it.
Let's do it, man. This is it.
Well, thank you guys for paying attention and watching.
Yes, absolutely. This is awesome. I'm having a great time doing this podcast, and I really, really hope you guys check it out.
For sure. And please, we didn't do this on the last one, but like, subscribe, share. At the least, please just share.
Yes.
I know we said something funny that made you laugh.
Absolutely.
Share this with that one friend.
Put it on your stories.
Right.
That's a good move.
Yeah, man.
And we're going to have a full-on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and everything for this. So wherever you're watching this, follow, like, share.
Subscribe. We know what we're talking about, guys.
We know what we're talking about.
We know exactly what we're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
He knows what he's talking about.
So does he.
Peace.
Later.